I don't think any of us realize how capable we are of what we can do. And it goes back to the whole, I mean, any of us can do absolutely anything we want to. But it's not going to happen if we're sitting in a chair or sitting on our couch. We just got to get up there and go do it. And it's all about inspiring that in our vets. And so many that I'm friends with have, you know, they feel like they've lost their purpose. After fighting in all these wars, you know, from Iraq to Afghanistan, and they get good at it. You know, our government trains us well. But then what happens when you don't have that anymore? You know, a lot of times we turn to alcohol or drugs. And it's not trying to, well, maybe we're searching for that purpose, or that thrill, that adrenaline of kicking in that door. Yeah, I would say get out of yourself and go do some good in this world, in this wonderful, beautiful world that we have that's so full of dark and evil and hate. Go do something great. And change the world, because we can. But we're not going to change the world if we're sitting on our couch.
It was a little nerve-wracking, you know, getting back out there in the civilian world. But it was a rewarding feeling, you know, being thanked for my service, and something that, you know, Vietnam vets didn't get, and that they deserved. A good welcome home. For some reason, something switched in my brain about that time when I was at home. My parents saw a change in me. You know, I remember my dad telling me one time I was in a dark place. And I remember how that affected me, like him telling me that you're in a dark place, Michael. Left the Marine Corps with a bad alcohol issue, which turned into a drug addiction. And so quickly I lost all allies. I lost all of my friends. My family didn't know what to do. They didn't want to be around me. They were scared of me. Plus I've got a drug addiction now, and they don't want any part of that because I'm on a different planet.
There's definitely been a lot of tough times. You know, I think over the last 2 years, I've turned to alcohol. It was readily available, it's legal, and a lot of times I was sitting home, I'm like, well, hell, might as well get a buzz, and I would drink a lot. Hell, I had two bottles of whiskey sitting next to my chair in my bedroom.
And I find myself enrolling in school, enrolling into college, and that's when I found Sheepdog Impact Assistance. I was still suffering, and at any minute I was probably bound to fly off the deep end. And so I met an individual named Scott West. And next thing I know, he said, "Do you know about Sheepdog Impact Assistance? Have you ever heard of it?" And I said, "No, what is it?"
So we are at Birds Outdoor Adventure, and we are about to go rock crawling. We've sponsored 6 sheepdogs on this event. We're gonna have lots of fun!
That's the plan. I was looking for something to be with my fellow brothers, with those like minds. I needed some direction in my life. I needed to get off of the couch. Next thing I know, Scott and Fred Lawley walk up to me and they say, you need to go on an outdoor adventure.
You can do absolutely anything you want if you set your mind to it. You can do anything. And I gotta keep reminding myself that I can do anything I want. And that's definitely one of my new passions, is to inspire and empower other handy-capable people. Something's better than nothing. Sitting on the couch or sitting in your chair or just laying in bed all day, it doesn't do any good. A lot of these organizations like Sheepdog Impact Assistance, they've given me a new sense of purpose. To get up off the couch, stop feeling sorry for myself, and get out there to be an example to other people, and not just handy-capable people, but anybody. There's sheepdogs all over the country. Sheepdogs that I've met for the first time a couple weeks ago. Definitely a fantastic organization, and it helps give you a purpose to get up off the couch.
And so finally I found myself getting out of myself, getting up off of that couch, not being lazy, not being in my comfortable area, my comfortable space of sitting on the couch. I got up and started doing something for myself. And so that brought on a long string of events of, then I found myself, I loved what I was doing. I loved that I was being an inspiration to somebody else. I loved the fact that I was climbing out of those trenches that I once was in. I found myself talking to other people about Sheepdog Impact Assistance and spreading the word and getting them involved and telling them all about it and what it was doing for me and how it was empowering me, and how soon it started empowering my family. That was the other side of the coin that people don't realize is a soldier can make their family sick when they come back from combat, but they can also make them well again. So then I got to be that inspiration again, and I got to take that shame out of my life. And so I found my family getting involved with Sheepdog, at whatever capacity they were getting involved in. Our relationship started healing, and then I found the love of my life, and now I'm getting married to her, and that's the greatest feeling in the world, that somebody waited for me to get better and then came back into my life. I know in my mind, and I wake up every morning telling myself, as long as I do the next right thing, nothing can go wrong.